Good day everyone. In this video we will be talking about periodic inventory system, and this video is created by group 6 of 12 ABM Barra. And before we continue in this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be updated on our next upload. And this video includes the contents about periodic versus perpetual inventory system, the meaning of periodic inventory system, and how this periodic inventory system works, and the steps involved in the periodic inventory system, the buyer versus seller, and the advantages and disadvantages of periodic inventory system in the example problem. And by the end of this video, you're gonna learn to determine how periodic inventory system works, how to identify the difference between buyer and seller, and to identify the account titles used in transactions, whether you are a buyer or a seller, and to determine the pros and cons of periodic inventory system. Here are the materials that you're gonna need when watching the rest of the video. The first one is the calculator. The second one is the pencil. And the third one is a columnar pad. Let's head on to our first topic that talks about the differentiation about perpetual versus periodic inventory system. The first one is inventory is not tracked daily for the periodic system, while it is physically tracked regularly after each transaction in the perpetual system. The second one is a perpetual system is a costlier and more time-consuming process. And in a perpetual system, goods count is limited, but they're highly valued. And the periodic system is inventory count on the larger side with a lower value per unit value. And the companies need a separate workforce for tracking inventory in the perpetual system, which is not needed in the periodic system since it is done occasionally. Lastly, in a perpetual system, inventory quantity and condition can be known for the whole period, which is impossible in the periodic system. So what exactly is periodic inventory system? Periodic inventory system is defined as an inventory valuation method in which inventories are physically counted at the end of a specific period to determine the cost of goods sold. In short, the word periodic means occurring at regular intervals. This statement, occurring at regular intervals, ay nagre-refer sa pag-update ng inventory at the end of the accounting period by physical counting of goods on hand. This means that the ending inventory balance is updated only at the end of the period instead of a perpetual inventory system where inventories are counted frequently. Generally, accepted accounting principle allows firms to accept any models. The periodic system can be used in small and retail businesses where the inventory quantity is generally high but the value is on the lower side. This way, businesses can save time and resources.
How does it work? In a periodic inventory system, no continuous record of changes is kept. The yearly inventory purchases are recorded in the purchases account, which is a ledger listing all inventory purchases and their costs. So yung periodic inventory system, yun nga yung pag-physical counting ng mga inventory on hand or available for sale annually. So ganito yung journalizing under periodic inventory system. Purchases is naka-debit kasi ito yung asset ng company. Yung mga nabiling inventory is nakalista sa account na to. Then, accounts payable is naka-credit kasi liability to or kailangan bayaran ng company. At the end of the year, a physical inventory count is done to determine the ending inventory balance and the cost of goods sold. At the end of accounting period, kailangan ma-determine ng company yung ending inventory nila at yung cost of goods sold. So yung purchase account sa naunang table na naka-debit is mashi-ship sa inventory. So sa end ng accounting period, yung inventory na yung naka-debit kasi ito na yung asset ng company. At yung purchases naman is siya na yung naka-credit. Steps involved in the periodic inventory system. So we have 4 steps. The first one is the beginning and ending inventory is physically counted in a given period in this system. So kailangan bilangin yung beginning and ending inventory. Yung beginning inventory is ito yung total value ng items na ready to sell sa start ng accounting period. While yung ending inventory naman is yung total value ng goods na available for sale pa rin at the end of accounting period. The next step, the company will also account for total purchases made for inventory in that period to find out the cost of goods available for sale. Kailangan ring i-record ng company yung total purchases nila para sa inventory para malaman yung cost of goods available for sale, which is ito yung amount ng inventory na possible maibenta during accounting period. Then third step, cost of goods available for sale is equals to beginning inventory plus purchases. Para makuha ang cost of goods available for sale, ipa-plus lang ang beginning inventory sa purchases. Then last step, get the cost of goods sold for that period by cost of goods sold is equals to cost of goods available for sale minus ending inventory. So ima-minus lang yung cost of goods available for sale sa ending inventory para makuha yung cost of goods sold. What's the difference between buyer and seller? Buyer demands goods and services, while the sellers supply goods and services. In simple words, yung buyer, ito yung bumibili ng goods at nag-a-acquire ng services. At yung nagsusupply, gumagawa ng service or nagbebenta ng mga demand ng buyer is yung tinatawag na seller. Periodic inventory system, advantages and disadvantages. So there are 3 advantages for using periodic inventory system. The first one is easy to implement. Simple lang yung periodic inventory system, kaya madali lang siyang ma-implement at nagre-require lang din ito ng fewer records. Also, yung calculation nito ay madali lang din. The next one is great option for small business. Very suited siya sa small businesses na hindi nag-i-stock ng maraming inventory. By that, yung pag-physical counting at pag-estimate ng cost of goods sold ay mas madali at mas mabilis. Then last, requires minimal information. Yung periodic inventory system ay hindi kailangan i-monitor yung each transaction. Not unlike sa perpetual inventory system na need ng comprehensive information sa bawat sale and purchase. Yung periodic inventory system, very simple in the world of e-commerce bookkeeping and kayang makompute yung cost of goods sold using a few data points. Dahil may advantages, ay may disadvantages din sa paggamit ng periodic inventory system. So first one is on the very day of the physical counting of merchandise stock, normal activities of business remain almost suspended. The next one, the act of counting merchandise stock is to be completed hurriedly due to a shortage of time. So yung pagbibilang ng merchandise is nagiging madalian dahil sa kakulangan sa oras. Then third disadvantages, under this system, chance of fraud and forgery lies because continuous control over merchandise is absent. Then next, under this system, on expiry of the particular period, the reasons for differences between merchandise at hand and merchandise shown in the books of account cannot be sorted out easily. Then the last one, under this system, the stock control device is very weak. Their employees get a chance to adopt corruption. Dahil sa stock control device, yung ibang employee is nagiging dishonest sa pagbibilang ng inventory kasi nakakapag-benefit or kumikita din sila dito. Periodic inventory system journal entries. So ito yung example ng journalizing under periodic inventory system. So first transaction, you purchase 50 items on account for 55 pesos each, terms 2 over 10, net 30. So in this transaction, buyer tayo. Bumili daw tayo ng 50 items on account and each is nagkakahalaga ng 55 pesos. Yung accounts title natin is purchases and accounts payable. Debit yung purchases kasi asset na siya and credit naman yung accounts payable kasi need siya bayaran. Paano naging 2,750? So, imumultiply lang yung presyo sa kung ilan yung biniling items. So, 55 times 50 is equals to 2,750. Next is, return 10 of the items to the vendor on account. Nagbalik tayo ng 10 items sa vendor, either it's defected or what. Ang accounts title ay accounts payable at purchase returns. Debit yung accounts payable and credit naman yung purchase return. So, naging 550 kasi 55 times 10. Yung 10, ito yung items na ibabalik natin sa vendor. And then next, paid cash for the purchase minus return with the discount. Nagbayad ka na para sa binili mo. Yung accounts title natin ay purchase account, cash, at purchase discount. Debit yung purchase account, credit naman yung cash kasi nagbayad, at credit din yung purchase discount. Nakuha yung 2,200 kasi 50 items ng una and nagbalik tayo ng 10 so 40 items na lang. Multiply sa presyo ng each item which is 55 so 2,200. Nakuha naman yung 44 pesos na purchase discount kasi 2,200 times 2% discount is 44 pesos. Yung 2% discount is nakuha natin sa first transaction. Yung may 2 over 10 net 30. So, going back to this transaction, para makuha yung cash, 2,200 minus 44 pesos is equals to 2,156. And next, sell 50 items on account for 60 pesos each, net 30. So, in this transaction, naging seller na tayo. So, nagbenta tayo ng 50 items on account at each item is nagkakahalaga ng 60 pesos. So, yung accounts receivable is naka-debit at yung sale is naka-credit. Naging 3,000 kasi 60 times 50. Next is customer returns 10 items on account. Nagbalik ng item yung customer on account. So, sales return and allowances is naka-debit at yung accounts receivable is credit. Kaya naging 600 kasi 60 times 10. And next transaction, receive payment for the sale on account minus the return. Magbabayad naman yung customer sa'yo. Cash is debit kasi papasok yung pera and account receivable is credit. Naging 2,400 kasi yung kaninang 50 items naging 40 na lang since binalik yung 10 items. So 40 times 60 is equals to 2,400. And that's all. I hope you learned something about periodic inventory system. Thank you for watching, everyone.